We're standing by with three students from Alameda High School. I'm not exactly sure how far or how close that is. How far away is that?
It's about 10 minutes away. It's just on Alameda, or on Wadsworth in Mississippi.
So this is all part of the Jefferson County School District and that sort of thing. I know you can't be a young person in this area and not be touched by this, but what is it that brought you here today?
Knowing that this could happen to any of us, and it could happen to our school, and hoping that nothing like this will ever happen again to anybody. It's a tragedy. It's sad.
You're going to have to go back to school on Monday. I mean, how are you going to be able to handle that task? Has it become more difficult because of what happened here?
Yeah, it's become a lot more difficult, and we got tight security, but then again, you know, we're kind of worried because, more security leaves on Monday, so we're not sure, you know, what's going to happen or how everybody's going to react with less security now. So it's going to be a lot harder on Monday, too.
Yeah. Did any of you know any of the folks that were lost very well? You're nodding your head. Which person did you know?
Well, I didn't really know him. I went to school with him, but I'm not sure which student it exactly is. But I did go to Ken Kell here for about a year, so I know a lot of people who went to Columbine.
I'm imagining that because you go to a countywide school district, you're familiar with these folks by face, by the local gathering points.
Yeah. Like, you see some of them at school when there's a sports activity, or when we go to another sports activity, if we play them, and it's sad to think that they're not going to be there this time. You're not going to see them walking down the hall, and you're not going to, you know, like a rival school to play against, but it's just sad that you're not going to get to see them anymore, even if you didn't get a chance to say, hi, what's your name?
Have you had a chance, I've been wondering, have you folks not going to this high school had a chance to sit down and chat with your parents at all and talk about your feelings about this?
Yeah, they thought it was so important to talk about it and how we felt, and we were in shock that night. I couldn't really say anything. It was just so sad, and I was just watching all day. I couldn't stop watching what was happening and what everything was saying, and I was in tears all day. I didn't know anybody, but I was so sad that I couldn't help crying. I mean, that's our neighboring school, Columbine is. They could have just went down the street and it could have been us.
So these folks, in a normal athletic, academic sense, are your arch rivals. And
you can never picture this happening to them. It's sad that it makes parents, it takes this long for parents to stop and tell you, I love you before you go to school. Because, you know, that's what a lot of parents are doing now, and it's taken this kind of tragedy to have parents stop and ask if something's wrong or if anything's going on, if you're having problems.
How are you folks dealing with this? You folks look like you're having still a little difficulty, but I'm curious about how your folks. Parents having difficulty with it?
She's scared to have, because you think that school is supposed to be a safe place to go from every cruelties of the world. But my mom's scared now for me to go to school knowing that this could happen to our school. That it could happen to anybody's school. She's scared. She stops me in the morning and asks me, are you going to be okay going today? She had me leave actually that day that this happened. She wanted me to go home because she just didn't know what was going to happen.
A lot of panic sets in this kind of situation, even if it's miles away. It's difficult. I can tell you from a first-hand experience, you worry about your kids almost constantly. How about your folks? Are they dealing with this okay?
Yeah, that day she was trying to get a hold of me. The school, there were so many parents calling the school, they didn't get my message to me, and she was paging me, trying just to hear my voice, just to say, Mom, I'm all right, you know, just for her just, I guess, to know. She knows I didn't go to that school, but it affected everybody. No matter if you went there or not, you were affected.
People called from, my mom's boyfriend's family called from Louisiana, New Orleans, because they didn't know what school I went to, but they knew it was in the same area, just to see if I was okay. And they couldn't get through, so they got scared. And they just want to stay on my cell phone just to see I'm okay, if I'm okay at school, you know. In the morning when I get there, during lunch, after school, you know, come home immediately, you know.
about adults affected by this. They may not go to Columbine High School, go to the rival high school, Alameda High School, but in this particular sense, it is a shared tragedy. It's something that has affected them very deeply, and it's just an example of how what's happened here has affected the community, the state, the nation, the way people are looking at the world, perhaps even. Kathy?
We just saw pictures of General Colin Powell walk up onto the dais and sit down. So that's one person who's attending today. Interesting to see him here. Let's listen.
Hi. I'm John Cohen, and this is my brother Steve. We wrote a song about the incident with the help of our pastor, Andy Miller. And I'd just like to tell you, first of all, you might have heard us on the radio, and all the proceeds of this CD are going to the victims of the families, or the families. Sorry. And you can get information on purchasing one at the governor's website. And we just wrote this song in dedication and pray that God's comfort can come through it to everyone who's been affected by it. Can you still hear raging guns, ending dreams of precious ones? In God's Son, hope will come. His red stain will take our pain. Columbine, friend of mine, peace will come to you in time. Columbine, friend of mine. Turn our pain to your gaze. Keep our hearts on the mark. Comfort us with your love. Love again. Christ of grace, attend this place. We look to you, honor you, fix you in our view. Columbine, flower blue, tenderly I sing to you. Columbine, rose blood red, heartbreak overflows my head. Columbine, friend of mine, peace will come to you in time. Columbine, friend of mine. We love you guys. Thank you.